on, everybody, and welcome back to Are You Serious? We got a lot of stuff going on. There's been drama. NFL game started. I'm Koby Campbell, along with my co-hosts Tristan Spiess and Josh Hopkins, and we're ready to get to business because business is booming, especially in New England, where they just signed Antonio Brown because he was causing up a stir in Oakland. Antonio Brown's a Patriot. Let that sink in. Like I said, he caused a stir in Oakland, got his way, said release me on social media. So, of course, they cut that. They didn't want to deal with that anymore. So, there were jokes running around like, oh, Bill Belichick is going to go pick him up. Sure enough, he did. Now he's a New England Patriot. That's the last thing the whole NFL needed to see. So how do you think this experience is going to work out, Tristan?
I think he's going to have his best season yet. I mean, Big Ben passed to him his whole career. He didn't want Derek Carr, apparently, throwing the ball to him. He wanted that Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, throwing him like 1,500 yards probably this season, maybe even more. Definitely going to be probably his best season ever. Good move for the Patriots.
Best season ever. What do you think, Josh?
They got the best receiver core in the league. Easy, I think. They got Josh Gordon. They got, who else? Antonio Brown, and then Julian Edelman.
James White.
Yeah, they got
Brady.
Brady's going to have a huge season because he's got everyone.
Yeah.
Brady looked better than, looked as good as he's ever been, to be honest. He just doesn't seem to age. And now they have the best, arguably one of the best receivers in the NFL. This is a guy on Randy Moss's level, and Brady doesn't seem to get these. He's never really had these number one receiver type guys, and now he has one. So that's the last thing everybody in the league needed to see. But NFL's starting up, so Tristan's got that.
I mean, there's some crazy games. Browns got blown out. Raiders somehow won. I was like, they don't need Antonio Brown. Apparently,
they were playing the Broncos.
Steelers got killed by New England, of course. There's a lot of stories going on. What do you guys think is the biggest story of this past weekend?
Best performance, I got to give it to Sammy Watkins. This dude, no
Tyreek
Hill. Travis Kelce was kind of quiet. They were on the road in Jacksonville. That's a solid defense. Miles Jack was out there trying to knock people out.
He got
Sammy Watkins still he went for about 14 catches for almost, I think it was like 198.
It was 198, 2 touchdowns.
198 and 3 touchdowns. Look at this dude move. They said this guy's healthy as he's ever been, and he's exciting to watch when he's healthy. So they say that whole receiver core is running 4.3. 4.3 right now. So that's one of the fastest. What do you think?
They clocked him at 21 miles an hour running down the field.
All that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think was some of the best performances, Josh?
Definitely Christian McCaffrey.
Really?
I think
I
don't know his stats.
He had 6 catches for I think he had
he had 128 rushing yards for 9 carries
2
or
touchdowns.
The best quarterback in the league had a great game. Dak Prescott, perfect passer rating, 4 touchdowns, barely missed any throws. Zeke kind of was quiet. I think they're kind of working him back into. This guy had.
He got destroyed.
He had Ezekiel Elliott and Antonio Brown, so I had to go ahead and take care of him. We're 1-0, but don't worry about that. We'll get to that in a second.
The best performance for me, I think the Vikings defense. These dudes, they had 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, a blocked punt.
Get away from the Vikings.
Dude, it's true. They're the best defense in the NFL.
No, they're not. The Cowboys have the best defense in the NFL.
2 picks. Julio Jones had 15 receiving yards going into the fourth quarter. He had 6 receptions for 31 yards. Anthony Harris had 2 picks, a fumble recovery. We had a blocked punt.
All I'm going to say is I think it's funny that Jalen Ramsey was talking all that crap and he backed up nothing.
All I'm going to say is that the Chiefs' defense also needs to get it together because if Gardner Minshew can start out 11 for 11, if Gardner Minshew the second can start out 11 for 11, they're going to have some issues when they go see even Derek Carr.
Have you ever heard of that dude?
Quarterback. Gardner Minshew, I haven't heard of him.
No, you can't. Koby.
All right, but Josh, fantasy started. How do you feel about your week in fantasy?
This week in fantasy was terrible for me. I lost both my games, and I scored over 140 points in both leagues.
It was a rough guy for this week. He had Baker Mayfield, who didn't really work out well. He had Ezekiel Elliott, who didn't really touch the ball. Antonio Brown, who played very well this week. He played the Raiders. So, Tristan, what do you think about your...
Well, I got Matt Ryan at QB, and Minnesota shut him down. We had them score 2 touchdowns in the fourth, so that helped me out. And Tom Brady went off, of course. And I have Christian McCaffrey. That dude had 43 points. Somehow they're projecting him to have 21, and that's against the Rams, one of the better defenses in the NFL, and he did that. Just imagine if they like play the Dolphins.
Browning got a win.
Yeah.
Bill came back on Shirley, and Shirley's the best team in the league by far.
I don't know how Shirley is.
Yeah, he's not going to touch his team though. He told me. He said he's like, it's basketball time. He's like, I'm done.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to play our first installment of Who Am I, a game that we like to play. We played it a couple times last year, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
From children's books to encyclopedias, the Rose Hill Public Library collection has everything you need to expand your mind. The library, which has been a part of Rose Hill's history for more than a decade, hosts an abundance of special events such as their Monday story times. If you want to expand your mind and relax while doing it, check out the Rose Hill Library at 306 North Rose Hill Road between the hours of 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, or 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. For more information, visit their website or call 316-776-3013.
I'm Jordan Croft. Make sure to check out Channel 7 News on the Rocket Productions YouTube channel.
Welcome back to Are You Serious? All right, so we got a game right here. We have Who Am I? So I'm going to say, who am I? I am blank, 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 blank. And they tell me who they think that I am. I mean, it's their own opinion, so there's no right answer. So we're going to start here. College football is in full swing now. So who am I? I'm the team that in the SEC that gives the biggest threat to Alabama. Tristan, who am I?
Man, I'm looking through these teams here, you know. I mean, it's kind of hard. It's a hard pick for me between, I think Auburn could give them some struggle this year. I mean, that LSU team, they already proved themselves with a big win over Texas.
LSU is the real deal, is what they're saying. They said that LSU could be better than Clemson. I don't know about all that, but LSU did look good on the road in Texas. Anybody you see? I'm thinking maybe Georgia. I don't know, man.
I was thinking LSU or Auburn.
LSU or Auburn.
Yeah.
Auburn has looked good too. So I'm going to say LSU.
Auburn is the only one I've seen
I'll
play
go
this year.
I'll go Auburn. I'll give
Auburn?
Auburn a shot.
All right, so LSU and Auburn.
They got a big win
It
over
should be
Oregon.
interesting. SEC is I think a little bit closer than usual this year. Okay, so who am I? I am the school outside of Alabama and Clemson that has the best chance to win the national title.
Best chance to win the national title. I'm going to have to. I mean, I would say Michigan, but they almost lost to Army.
Almost lost to Army.
So I'm going to, I'm going to give Georgia. I'm going to give it to Georgia right now.
Georgia?
They just blew out Murray State. They had 35 points in the second quarter. That's a lot.
I'm going to go LSU again for this one. I think that the other teams, I think LSU has the potential to beat Alabama if they see them. I think LSU has the potential to beat everybody in the SEC. Burrows played outstanding.
Yeah, he did.
They all looked really good. I mean, on the road in Texas, that's prime time Saturday night college football
Texas
game days.
is always tough
and
to play at home.
they just put points on the board, and they were unstoppable. It looked like so. I think the teams ahead of them in the rankings right now are going to lose. I think LSU is going to fly up there, and I think they have the best chance other than Alabama and Clemson.
Definitely LSU to win
too?
a national title.
You know, we can't forget about Oklahoma too, and Ohio State.
I'm
Ohio
gonna
State
get
has
them
a
to
solid
Oklahoma.
I'm not
team
bought
too.
in yet. I'm
Not bought in yet?
Nope.
Alright.
They played South Dakota.
What
Good
was
win.
his,
Good win.
Good win, South Dakota though.
Yeah,
so.
South Dakota. All right, so we're going to jump to the NFL now, and this is pretty generic, whoever you think, but I will be the biggest disappointment this season in the NFL.
Biggest disappointment. I mean, it's hard to go Dolphins or Browns, but I'm gonna go Dolphins. That franchise.
But is that really a disappointment?
Well,
Like, nobody,
I mean, it's right before the season. They're expected to win 4 games maybe, and then they trade 2 of their best players, and then half their team wants trades after losing. I mean, that's kind of a disappointment if you're a Dolphins fan. Things were looking up with Ryan Tannehill, and then he gets injured, and it just goes downhill from there.
Nothing's really been looking up for the Dolphins for a while, to be
I don't
honest.
think the Dolphins have been good.
I'm gonna say
when was the last
that-
time the Dolphins made the playoffs?
I don't know.
I'll look that
I
up.
have to look that up real
Yeah.
quick. But while you're doing that, my biggest disappointment, I think I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Really?
Okay?
That's a
Because
good one.
everybody in that conference is not bad because you have Cleveland, you have Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and who am I missing? I'm missing who?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, but still, Pittsburgh isn't. Baltimore and Cleveland are not going to be gimmies anymore. Those are two games that Lamar Jackson looked absolutely stunning, and we didn't even talk about him in the first in A block, but Lamar Jackson looked like he was an all-pro quarterback.
The Dolphins, they last made the playoffs in 2016. They were in the wild card game and lost.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
So,
I did not know
yeah,
that.
it was pretty recent.
I'm going to go the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
You're going
this year.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I'm going Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I think Pittsburgh's going to beat Cleveland just every time they play.
We'll have to see about
We'll
that.
have to see.
Baker, baby.
All right, so I have had the better career, Rafael Nadal, who is making history as we speak, or Serena Williams.
I mean, I'm going to go Serena
Okay.
just because she's done a lot for the African-American community.
I
mean, she was like one of the first, like, she's the best African-American athlete probably, or female athlete we'll go with, by far. I mean, I don't know how much title I don't follow tennis, but I know she wins a lot.
Yeah.
She's getting up there in age. She's getting close to retirement,
And
you know.
she's-
She's a lot big. Inspires a lot of young African-American women who want to play tennis.
Dang,
Yeah,
that was
crazy.
crazy.
I was watching
Oh
that.
She's an athlete.
And
Goodness.
she's aging, and yet she's still playing at a super high level. She just can't get that like she can't. She's having trouble finishing right now in the final, like in whatever finals she's in. But you know, she's still dominant after having being pregnant, having a kid, and all of that. And she's still like one of the most dominant athletes I've ever seen. So I had Serena too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Serena Williams stuff.
And that's not even taking anything from Rafael Nadal.
No,
but
he's good too.
Rafael Nadal might be the
Best
GOAT.
male tennis player of all
Might be the
time,
GOAT.
probably.
All right, so the very last one. This is an important one. Okay?
Yeah,
I was
important
thinking of
one.
stuff when I was writing down the rundown, and this is what came to mind. I'm the better reporter. Adam Schefter, who reports NFL, or Adrian Wojnarowski.
I'm going to have to go Woj.
You can
You
go
know,
Woj on this
I
one?
don't see Schefter on Twitter popping up for me at all. I see
Really?
Woj.
I mean, look at
Woj is the
Schefter
one
right
that's
there.
popping up.
Look at the technique. He's just going to calmly take a phone call and turn away
Yeah.
from the set and break Le'Veon Bell's contract. I mean, not just any reporter can do that. That takes real skill. I mean, look at how he just pulls his mic away, turns it off. That's fantastic technique. I mean,
Fantastic.
That is absolutely stunning. I'm gonna go Woj here too. You know, Woj is up at 3 in the morning when I'm asleep. You know, he's taking phone calls.
He's on the grind never stops
He's
for Woj.
breaking news that Kawhi's going to the Clippers
Yeah.
and Paul George is getting traded. Who expects that at 3 in the morning?
No.
Okay, I woke up in OKC at a basketball tournament. You know, I get the little da-na-na, na-na-na, and I'm like, what could it possibly be at 2 in the morning?
Of course,
you know?
it's Woj.
Woj is up there, he's going crazy right now. He's like, Koby, I need you to wake up. There's some big news here. And so I'm going to go Woj on this one, I think.
I'm definitely going Woj just because. Well, I see him on Instagram too all the time.
Dude, Woj is on everything.
He's on
Everywhere.
everything.
He's answering calls. You know, I'm sure Shefty is busy, but, you know,
Yeah.
I'm like, Woj is going to take this one pretty handily, I think.
Yeah.
But that was Who Am I. We'll be right back with On This Day in Sports History, a birthday, and Sports in Rose Hill. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome to the Fake News Studio. Follow me. This is our video editing room where we do all of our editing videos. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. We don't know him. This is one of our video editors, hard at work, editing videos and images for fake news. This is part of the Fake News crew, where we do project management and come up with new ideas. Don't talk about what's in there.
Wait a minute. Nope. Out. Out. I thought I had a restraining order on you guys. Out.
Coffee with Friends is the local Rose Hill coffee shop. Location 1003 North Rose Hill Road. Though they aren't open Monday, they are open Tuesday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Coffee with Friends serves a variety of drinks, such as bottled soda, tea, hot chocolate, iced or hot coffee, and smoothies. There's also many baked goods you can choose from, like cinnamon rolls, coffee cake, and banana bread, and a lot more. They also have daily specials, so come on down.
Welcome back to Are You Serious? On this day in sports history, 5 days after hitting a home run for the New York Yankees, prime time Deion Sanders, he returned a punt for the Falcons for his first NFL touchdown. Legendary. That's legendary.
That
That's
is
legendary. That's legendary.
And happy birthday to the late Arnold Palmer, who would have been 90 years old today. Palmer won 62 times on the PGA Tour, including 7 major championships. Probably the best golfer of all time
Yeah.
for sure.
No, God, don't get, dude. You're gonna make Browning come out here. Browning's a Tiger guy.
Yeah,
a
Tiger
Tiger
Woods.
guy.
You got to be
Tiger
careful
guy. I'm
with
a Tiger
that.
guy too. Yeah, Tiger fans are they're really touchy, especially
Yeah.
after he just won the Masters.
Exactly.
Don't say that anybody else is the greatest golfer because it just puts him on edge. I mean, like it does him over there.
Coming up this week in Roseville Sports, the volleyball team hosts McPherson and Augusta tonight, and the soccer team takes on Hutchinson. Also, the football team lost on Friday at Clearwater, 22-15.
Yeah. I wish I'd show the clip. Tristan kicked a field goal and
Got blocked.
Cody's waving at me right now. I'm so sorry. Tristan kicked a field goal, and before it even went in, he did the little Steph Curry turned around thing.
Oh yeah, I knew it was good right when it came off the foot.
You knew it was money?
It's a sweet foot down here. I know what's going on. Come on.
Oh my God.
It's right down the middle.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna get out of here before this dude says anything else that's ridiculous. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Let's see you next time.
Sweet foot, baby.